What would you say to somebody who doesn't have anybody? There's probably some people out there listening, man, they don't have any help from anybody.
Well, I will say this, man. I had her in my life. My mom, great person, but my dad beat the hell out of her, and it beat the hell out of me. And when you have that done to you, you lose a part of yourself. So my mom was there, but a lot of times she wasn't. So I know how it is to be alone. You have to be able to flip alone on top of his head. I gained a lot of strength from having a sewer mentality. And what a sewer mentality is how many people can make it out of the sewer alone with no coach, no trainer, no one to guide you, no one to mentor you, just having a straight up killer mentality, having a warrior mindset, having a round 14, I'm gonna get up mindset. And you have to learn to flip that loneliness into like total like power. And that's what I was able to do. I was able to you know what? If I can come out of this sewer that I'm living in my mind, if I can overcome all these things by myself, how much strength will I gain from this? And you gain a ton of strength from it. So that's how I looked at my life growing up. I stopped looking at all the bad things that life handed me, and I started looking more as the ultimate training ground for where I want to go. I've never had a lot of people in my life. It's been my mom, and it's my fiance right now. I've never had a lot of people in my life, and I keep my circle real small. Noise distracts growth. And the more people you have in your life, the noisier your life gets. The more distractions you get in your life, the more shit you start to hear.
Right.
Growth comes from a very quiet place in your mind. And when you can organize it, you have to organize your mind. And when you have so much noise and distraction, there's no organization in that. So I believe in keeping my circle real small, and those people know what they get from me. And I know what I get from them, and it keeps me going forward, never stagnant. One big thing that changed my life was I was watching Rocky when I was real young. Rocky 1, round 14, changed a lot of my mindset. Apollo knocks Rocky down in the 14th round, is beating the hell out of him, and even Rocky's trainer, is saying, stay down. Apollo Creed turns around, hands in the air, he's all happy, thinks he beat this gladiator, finally, because the guy just kept on coming after him. As Apollo's turned around, I think the count's like 6 or 7, he sees this guy getting up. He's stumbling in the corner, but he's getting up. The referee's looking at him, he kind of pushes the referee away, and he gets his gloves and motions to Apollo to come over here. Come on, I got some more for you. And when I saw that, it was only about 2 minutes and 13 seconds. That one scene said, that's exactly what I want everybody in my life to look like. If you look at Apollo Creed's face, it looks like Rocky took his soul, took everything from him. Who are you? Who made you? Where do you come from? And I was like, I don't care about beating you. I don't care about winning trophies. I don't care about winning anything. All I want to do is go the distance.
If you don't have the opportunity to train the next morning, what happens? Does that throw you off?
That never happens.
Basically, every morning that you wake up, you get in some sort of training?
Yeah, I will guarantee you one thing about me is that we all talk about time. We don't have enough of it. That's bullshit. What you don't do right is you don't prioritize what is important in your life. And for me training and the things that I do on a daily basis, that's how I start to build my armor. My mental armor starts to get built up by doing these things that are uncomfortable for me. So I still hate running. I was a big guy twice in my life because I like to gravitate towards the heavy lifting and also big time eating. I love to eat, I love to lift. So running is very uncomfortable for me. So I do that every single morning. Every time I get up, I will get it in no matter what happens during the day. I will put off meetings, I will put off whatever, I will escape, I will miss a meal, I will do whatever it takes to get that exercise in. And don't take this wrong, people out there will think I'm not happy. And I am happy because this is my lifestyle. this is what I want to do. But trying to find your best self, you become unbalanced. And people always talk about this mythical creature called the balance. You want to be balanced. I think balance is a bunch of bullshit. If you want to be great at anything, the Michael Jordans, the Tiger Woods, the greatest people of all times, the daggone, Kaz Myers, all these guys, you talk to these guys, you talk to Roger Federer, they, on the surface, they have a life. But I guarantee you drill down deep, man, they are so off balance, their life doesn't eat, you get them on a teeter-totter, you're not gonna come down. It's just not balanced, and that's how you become great. And that's just my mindset. So you lose a lot of your life, but I made a choice. It is a choice to become unbalanced. And the people in my life realize that. And the people that love me realize, you know what? This is who I'm with. This is who he is. This is who he wants to be. So yeah, you do lose a lot, but you gain a lot also.
To build this strength in your mind, do you think it had to be physical?
Yes, I really do.
You think for everybody?
I really do. Yeah, I think almost for everybody. Everything in my life, so I had a learning disability, as I talked about. My physical gave me the self-discipline, and that literally has carried me over to, I can sit down and study what may take some people an hour to study. I have to sit down for maybe 10 hours to learn the same shit. And that's very frustrating. So I always talk about running and swimming and all the stuff I did in the military and pull-up records and powerlifting, all these physical feats. Some of the hardest shit I do in my life is just learning. But I got that self-discipline from waking up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning to go out in the cold weather, to get my run in, to get my lift in, to get my swimming, to do those things. It totally transfers over to my learning. It's that self-discipline you gain from feeling good about yourself by overcoming yourself on the physical aspect of life. And it transfers to your whole work ethic, and everything you do comes from the physical aspect of life. I truly believe that. And the physical and the mental are all one. They are all tied into one, man. My biggest trophy is the fact that I overcame myself. I am the most proud. I literally can die right now on this podcast at 43 years old. I know the real truth about David Goggins. I had so many Mount Everests in front of me. And whenever I climb one, another one will pop up. Another one will pop up. And then I fall down a couple of them. And there wasn't anybody there to say, hey, David, I'm gonna help you up, man. It was just me and me alone. And this voice in my head saying, we're not gonna stop today. I am the most proud of the up cards I got, the up hand I got when I was born. And I'm so glad I got that hand, because it taught me so much about the man I am today and what is possible for a human being. You don't need to have a great family. You don't need to be smart. If you have work ethic and you are willing to outwork the motherfucker beside you, you can do absolutely whatever you want in life. And that is my biggest treasure that I have is what I have up here in my brain. What I found out, what I learned through this journey, man, it took too much grind, man. It took too much grit to develop this mind and to have this power I have now. I'm not a theorist, I'm a practitioner. I put myself in hell repeatedly like a sword. How you make it, you put in the fire, you beat the shit out of it. And that's what I did in my mind, man. So that's what I take the most pride of right there. And once you change your mindset, man, open-mindedness. You gotta be open-minded to the fact that you have the possibility of being a badass. Once you close the possibility down in your mind, it's never gonna happen. So keep your mind open to the possibility that you are a badass.